This is a PSA review we're doing from the National. We finally got it back. Today is December 28th, 2:02 Central Standard Time in the year of our Lord 2022. I say all this because we submitted these 20 cards at the National, July 30th, 3:53. Now, we're not, you might think, why are you grading these cards? Well, we're doing a lot of commons. We do like player runs. We do vintage sets. Me and my buddy who lives across the country, we're kind of doing this set together. Some of these vintage commons in good shape. We try to do, actual collecting sets, not flipping or anything. So if you're wondering why we're not grading Jordan rookies, this is kind of what we collect. So without any further ado, let's go through these. So we got one here that says it was recolored. I'm going to pull it out. We're doing the 1905 or 1911 T205 set. Evidence of recoloration. And it is faded on the top left where it's like copper, but I don't see anywhere where it's been recolored. It's obviously a low grade, which is fine. But I looked on the edges. I looked all around. I don't see any recoloring on that Tannehill. We already have this in a 4. This has probably been about a 1 or 2, which is fine. But I just don't understand. Sometimes as you can see, they were really rough on our grades. This right here is the last card I needed to complete sorry about the glare. This is the last card I needed to complete a 1941 play ball set, 4s and higher. Bought this at the National. This, I know it's off-centered, but it looks really, really good on the surface. Corners are sharp. I thought it'd be at least a 6. But, tell you what I can get. Do apologize about the glare. Here's some T205s for our set we got here. One we needed, John Titus. 1-5. Nice clean back. Fred Payne. 1. Which I thought some of these, obviously, they graded these pretty tough. I thought these would be mostly 2s. And a couple 3s maybe if we got lucky. But they're pretty tough considering they're 111-year-old cards. Oscar Stanage. We had this in a PSA 1 MC, so we'll sell the MC. But that's a 1. I agree with that. The corners around it, it's got creases on it. That's fine. I don't have no problem with the 1 there. Let's see here. Doc White. 1. Thought that was a little bit. It got a little crease right there across the middle. I was holding a hope for maybe a 2, but. Sam Lever, a guy that we submitted before. They got sent back miscolored. Found a different one. And this, I thought this might get a 3. And they gave this a 2, which I thought was pretty tough considering the back's clean. Harry McIntyre, Cubs, PSA 1. Of course, these are all for our set we needed. Sherwood McGee, Polar Bear back. We needed this one. This is a nice one to add to this set. I think it's a 4 weight. And we did get a 2. That's what I was hoping for. We had some edge wear. 2.5 high hopes, but it's about right. These are some that Jason sent in. Jason had some nice older ones he wanted to get. Bob Swift, 51 Bowman. Got a 5. Jim Hegan, out of 51 Bowman. Love the photography, the artwork, I mean. Pretty nice. Got a 5. Sending some late 80s basketball rookies. Dennis Rodman. 9. I guess it's maybe a tiny bit top to bottom. Not sure on that one. Same thing with John Stockton. 9. Now this one looks, I don't see where this one's off. This one's dead on. I don't see why they gave him a 9 for that. Corners look good, edges look good. The back of it center good. It's not a lot of consistency. Reggie Miller got an 8. I see top to bottom's off. I think sometimes they just give these things, if they get a 2 9s in a row, well, let's give them an 8. All right, back to some 205s. Mr. Mitchell. Kind of faded, which pretty rough grade for a 1. I mean, there's no creases in it. That's a pretty rough grade, I think. Here's an expensive one, Frank. This looks worse than the 2. I mean, look at this. This is a 2. Look at the Mitchell. Look at that. That 2 is worse on the edges than the 1. I don't understand it one bit. Mr. Becker. That's, you know, chipped on the face, on the surface. 1's fine. I was not expecting anything different. Saw him back. A couple more Jason's cards here. We got Love the 53s. Got a Warren Spahn 2, which is, you know, pretty rough, but that's a clean card. I mean, if you want a low grade Warren Spahn, that's about as good as it gets. Pee Wee Reese 2 MK. I remember I had some marking on it here, but they're just clean. The pictures are clean. This display well, which is what you want, just as long as they look good. And how about Warren Spahn 52 Tops 3? Once again, presentability. This card looks so good in this red holder. Oh, we got a spam. Got to delete and block this robot. Overall, very disappointed in the fact that they took, let's see here, hand dropped it off on the 30th of July. They just now got it back. I wouldn't hold my breath on anything they say for vintage. Vintage is taking so long to grade. When I tried to hammer them home about why vintage is taking so long and why do they send my stuff to home graders, they avoided the question. I know they use home graders. They won't admit to it. But I know for a fact guys who have actually been offered jobs to grade at home for PSA. So do not tell me they don't do it. So, but anyway, just keep that in mind. If you're doing vintage submissions, give yourself an extra 2-3 months because they're in no hurry to do it. So anyway, we'll see you next time, guys. I appreciate you hopping in, checking out our little reveals. Me and Jason do these from time to time. Hopefully the grades come back well. We'll see you down the road.